Here's my review of Unfriended.
Good evening.
Welcome.
And welcome to our review of Unfriended.
Dude, look.
Unfriended, for those who don't know, tells the tale of Laura Barnes and her,
Dumbass friends.
ex-friends.
Friends. Well, technically they're her ex-friends because she blew her brains out. Spoiler.
Hey, spoilers are in the trailer. That's in the trailer itself.
The whole movie's in the trailer if you look real carefully.
The girl gets cyberbullied, commits suicide, and then a year later she haunts her friends on the anniversary of her death.
On Facebook.
And Skype.
Spooky.
The whole movie is filmed on the main character's laptop. As she, Skypes her friends, iMessages her boyfriend, Facebook's a ghost,
Yeah.
and Googles everything else in the world
I mean, it is what it is.
while listening to iTunes.
It's a found footage movie hidden in a computer screen. I mean, some people like the movie, some people go, it wasn't as bad as I thought. I personally did not like it at all.
I've seen worse horror movies.
I've seen worse horror movies, yes, but the fact that somebody can say that this is the future of horror upsets me. Because this movie was filmed so cheaply. There was
16 days to make the entire movie.
16 days to make it. I mean, the aesthetic looks good, because they do use real Facebook, they do use real Skype, and everything looks real. It looks authentic. The sounds are the actual sounds you would have on Facebook or you would have on Skype, and that's okay. But that's it. Like, that's it. I can't.
Your
That's it.
aesthetic gets an A. You get an A in aesthetic.
Yeah, the aesthetic is fine, but it is what it is. It's a horror movie on the internet, which I have seen in Fear.com,
The Den.
The Den, a whole bunch of other movies. This is not the first one.
What are you guys doing?
Did you guys buy your tickets 2 weeks ago like I asked you?
No.
Which seats are better, balcony or orchestra?
Because, none of the characters are likable. You don't see shit. The story is shit. The reasoning behind everything is shit. It's shit. It's just a bullshit gimmick.
Hey Mitch, who's your buddy?
Who is that?
I just tried to hang up on him.
Can we get rid of this person?
I don't know. Was this here the whole time?
Laura Barnes obviously killed herself a year ago, and then a year later we're with Blair and her boyfriend Mitch. They're Skyping, talking about how she's ready to lose her virginity on prom.
Yeah.
And she's like, woo!
And their friends all barge in on their Skype chat, and there's a
I
little...
didn't do that, by the way. I didn't just barge in a Skype conversation.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that.
Whatever.
An identified profile shows up on their screen.
Known as Billy's 62
It's like a
something.
277.
Yeah, something.
They can't close it out. They can't get rid of it. They hang up. They go back on, and there it is again. They can't escape this Billy profile. And as it turns out, this is the ghost of Laura Barnes, the girl that committed suicide because they did a YouTube video of her shitting herself. They filmed her shitting herself. She killed herself as a result of it, and then somehow came back as a ghost.
That's probably my
Somehow.
number one problem with the movie. Like, if I had to pick up the problems of the movie, it's going to take a while. But the number one is just an anti-cyberbully movie.
The whole movie is anti-cyber.
Well, the glitch just typed.
Who is doing this? This is Laura's account.
Who would hack into a dead girl's account?
I mean, I'm not going to downgrade it because, kids have committed suicide for it. But it's just unappealing to me. I mean, like, cyberbullying, really cyberbullying?
It's a situation in a movie that could be handled so well. Like, that's the reason. Embarrassing. It's embarrassing. You shit yourself, it's embarrassing. But how many people haven't gotten drunk and done stupid shit and have it filmed and then don't do that? But like it's fine. Some people might be in a depressed state and they might kill themselves. But you have no information on who this girl is.
You don't know what
idea.
was her mind frame leading up to suicide.
No, and she seemed like she was one of the popular girls. All these people seem like they would be friends together. They're good looking, and that's it. There's no character to her. You don't know if she was, you know, had problems as a kid. You don't know if she was
Well, they
abused or
they try to say it because, you know, as
her
the movie
uncle
goes,
did something.
yeah,
right?
as the movie goes on, Blair's typing to people, to her boyfriend Mitch, and she's like, you don't know Laura like I did because they were childhood friends. But then she decides not to type it, so she, you know, she backspaces that whole story out. But you kind of got the story because you see it. Mitch don't know the story, but you kind of know the story a little bit. You know, a sentence.
But like they
story.
don't tell you, and like okay, she's haunting you, but I don't know who she is, and I don't know if she was even a good person enough to haunt these people. and all of the characters are not good people. None of them.
And you know what? They even go out of their way themselves. Like, you know, they show the YouTube video of Laura Barnes saying "fuck you" to everybody.
Yeah.
If you're gonna talk about her to her face, whatever. Right? They have a video of that. And then before that, like they have, you know, they're talking about Laura Barnes when they go to the anniversary of her death. Every one of the people in the movie, all the friends, whatever, they were like, well, Laura Barnes was a bitch anyway. So you got a shitty person haunting shitty people.
Basically. And I mean, it's hard to root for any of them. Because, again, you don't know who these people are. They don't tell you who they are. They're basically just horror movie caricatures of themselves. You know, you got your jerky, you know, the jock guy. Then you got your fat, bumbling, funny kid. Then you got, you know, the ditzy girl, the ditzy blonde girl. Then you got the innocent girl and her boyfriend.
And their boyfriend.
And that's what it is. And that's all the characterization you're going to get.
And the
from these
mega
people.
bitch.
And the mega bitch, the super bitch.
The mega bitch, yeah.
And that's your characters, and that's what you have to work with. And then you're sitting there watching them interact with each other for the whole movie. Because even though this is a ghost story, you do not see the ghost until, spoiler alert, literally the last 2 seconds of the movie.
Maybe it's Laura.
Alright, everyone hands up right now. Who's doing this?
Oh my god.
You know, they hear this weirdo sound, their screen gets a little fuzzy, next thing you know, they're committing suicide for whatever reason they're doing it.
And it takes probably about 5 seconds. And you don't really see any of it.
And Laura Barnes' main goal was to humiliate you first, before she decided to kill you.
Exactly.
Because, you know what, before it even escalated to killing, she humiliated the mega bitch first by posting pictures of her on Facebook.
Which is basically doing the same thing that she did to her.
Right, posting pictures of her on Facebook of her drunk and wasted. But she did it through one of the other girls' Facebook, so it made it look like she did it, but she didn't do it. The mega bitch gets upset. She's like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna call the cops. Close the laptop, calls the cops. Next thing you know, she's dead.
And you don't show it. You don't even know how the hell it happened to her. She's just dead.
Guys, seriously, who posted the video?
It wasn't me.
Well, one of us did.
And that's my main problem, because it follows the same thing found footage movies. So you don't see anything happen. And this movie is rated R. And I really don't understand why. I don't understand why, because there's probably about one scene with blood in it. And it's
poop
just
yourself. That's a rated R worthy thing to do. You poop yourself. Laura Barnes is haunting them through that. And then when she gets tired of that, you know, the fat kid, he's a computer whiz, so he's like, oh, I'm gonna get rid of this ghost right now. 'Cause this ghost ain't nothing but malware.
Yeah.
So guess what? Firefox it.
'Cause I was on board with it in the beginning, when you don't know who this person is, you actually don't even know it's a supernatural force, and it's fucking with them. And it's doing all the, you know, it's changing their Facebook profiles, it's texting for them, it's changing the music on their computers to all this ironic stuff. And I actually like that. Like, I like the way it fucked with them. And then when it turns to the supernatural aspect, it's like, come on. Then it just got too stupid.
You would have liked it if Laura Barnes' friend or brother.
I would have actually liked it if they went that route with it.
If Laura Barnes had a brother and he was upset at them and he's like,
Yes, if it was like an actual person
Like a legit hacker?
and then fucking with them to get to the point where they self-imploded and self-destructed on themselves, I think that would have been better. But no, that's thinking too much. See, that's thinking too much. So instead of that, they go, oh, fuck you, you did this to me, fuck you. Wait a minute, there's a noise over here. Cut the black screen, they're dead, move on. And they don't even acknowledge when they're friends. They're friends, they're all friends. They don't even acknowledge when they die. They go, oh no, she's dead. Okay, next screen. And then they continue on with what they have to do.
Who's here?
Lock the door! Lock your door! Just hide! Why are you showing this? I didn't mean it!
you have the most obvious answer. Why didn't you just turn the computer off, get the hell out of the way, you know, ignore everything. They'll ignore the whole situation.
And they can't turn their computer off because the ghost will kill you.
Either way.
But guess what?
You're dead
The
anyway.
ghost killed you anyway. So
You didn't really know what anyone did. You
No.
knew what the Mega Bitch did because you know the Mega Bitch, Laura Barnes. She posted a Snapchat Snap quick image of the Mega Bitch said Laura Barnes had asked her if you had put the video up, can you take the video down? And the Mega Bitch was like, why don't you just go kill yourself?
Yeah, because she was the one that started it, basically.
Right. And then, you understand why she died. And the fact that he was just trying to delete a virus off his computer.
Yeah, and they
Because he never made it to the part where you find out what they did.
Exactly. He didn't even know it was ghosts. He was the first one to find out.
He never made it to the part where you didn't even know what he did. Because after that, they started playing the drinking game, Never Have I Ever.
I
That's when shit
legitimately
went
liked
real.
that part.
That's when shit got real. They imploded. These secrets were thrown out there.
You found out how nasty these people really are to each other.
He swear.
Oh, you swear? Man, what's going on?
What is that?
Ken, talk to us!
And the movie's short. That's a plus. It's short. You get in, you get out. That's it. I personally don't recommend it. There was nothing here. Besides, there's nothing but the aesthetic, and that's it. There's no characterizations. There's no story. It's just the aesthetic of watching a movie that's on a computer screen, and as a movie that they're holding up as this poster child for new horror, and this is a revolutionary. Yeah.
I would not recommend it. I mean, they tried something
Different.
They tried.
Maybe we're old. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an old school thinker. I don't know.
Well, we're not the demographic they were shooting for.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Teenagers on their iPads. And
I know.
They had the look down, but you had unlikable characters. Not even one of them was likable. I kind of like the fat guy. I don't even know what he did. He might have done something though, so I don't even know.
We don't even know. They didn't give us any information.
I didn't get to the point. He didn't last long for me to know if he actually did anything wrong to Laura Barnes, except call her a bitch. So,
Yes, exactly.
I mean,
That might have been his highest crime. Worthy of getting blended? I don't know.
unrelatable villain, I guess. Supernatural force.
To be honest, if I had a friend that shit themselves, I would post it too. It's too funny not to. And whose fault is it ultimately that you shit yourself? You shit yourself. If you don't get drunk, you don't shit yourself. Problem solved. Movie averted.
That's just a bad day in my book, but whatever. I had a rough night, man, and I shit myself.
I'm like, damn, bro, you might want to not drink so much.
I can't recommend this to anyone at all.
I give it a D+.
Maybe watch it if it's on TV.
Netflix, maybe.
Netflix.
And if you watch it on Netflix, I feel like you would probably just get bored and shut it off after.
You get a D+, that's good. I'd just give it a flat out D.
Yeah? I really thought you were gonna go higher.
What is redeeming about it except the look of it?
That's it. That's all it is. It's just
They got that down pat. That is true to its core, and that's about as far as you got.
Yeah, it is authentic. It is Facebook. It is Skype. It is not, my book. It's nothing cheap and stupid. And that's pretty much the only thing I give them the point. They got the 2 point. That's it. That's all I can give them. That's all I can give them because the deaths were stupid. You didn't see them. They were lazy. All the characters sucked.
Aside from the point where they all broke down playing Never Have I Ever, I mean, there's nothing I liked about the movie.
That was the only good part, is when the characters were at each other's throats, and you did not even need the ghost for that. That could have been a person.
You're right. They didn't need to go for that because one of the characters goes, hey, sit back a minute. I got this from here.
Exactly.
He told the ghost to stop playing the game because he gonna play the game for the ghost.
Exactly. And you didn't even need a ghost to have these people implode on themselves. It could have just been a hacker. It could have been somebody else that was able to do this. But they threw the last. You know what really fucked it up? Is they threw the last cheap boo scare where you actually see the ghost shut the computer, go boo, and it's just like really that's what you had.
That guy in the theater screamed. He went whoa!
But that's how you gonna end your movie.
You want to take some pictures? Post it.
This guy, the director said he has sequels planned for this.
Of course there's gonna be sequels because this movie was filmed dirt cheap and made what money it made. Move on. You could make this movie yourself if you really, really wanted to.
Get 6 friends, get a laptop, Skype each other.
Get maybe a recorder, some red dye, and a blender, and you have this movie made.
I'm signing off.
No, he'll kill you.
I'm trying, you hear me?
Why is he counting down?
Don't watch it.
And don't unfriend me, or I'll haunt you.
Ooh.
This is gonna be fun.
Don't poop yourself.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned. Don't shit yourself. You think that's what happened to Ghost Rider? You think
He
Ghost
shit
Rider
himself?
shit himself, came back as the vengeful spirit?